Have you ever paused to realize that every moment of your life, no matter where you go or who you're with, unfolds from your exact point of view? No matter how far you travel, no matter which faces you see, the world always seems to be happening right where you are. The sky stretches overhead, but only above your head. The voices you hear, the sensations you feel, the sights you witness, all of them arrive through the filter of your awareness. It's almost as if reality itself needs you here for it to exist at all. This curious observation has intrigued thinkers across centuries. What if, in some deeply unsettling way, the entire universe exists only within your consciousness? This ancient notion is known as solipsism, the idea that nothing exists outside your own mind. It may sound extreme, but variations of this question appear in spiritual teachings, scientific inquiries, and everyday experiences that feel a bit too coincidental, or maybe too perfectly timed to be mere chance. Philosophers have grappled with it. Scientists have stumbled upon paradoxes that whisper the same possibility. And perhaps you've felt it yourself in those fleeting moments of déjà vu, or when events line up so precisely, it's almost personal, like the world is winking back at you. Together, let's wander through these strange clues, not to find a final answer, but to see where they lead. And if you're someone who loves challenging the assumptions most people take for granted, subscribe and journey with us. This is where we question reality, together. Clue 1. You're the only mind you can confirm. For as long as you've been alive, there's only ever been one mind you can verify beyond all doubt, your own. Sure, you watch other people move, listen to them speak, observe their faces and choices. But none of that grants you direct access to their inner experience. The smiles, the silences, the gestures could all be a performance with no conscious awareness behind them. This is known as the problem of other minds. No matter how thoroughly you analyze someone, you only ever find outward evidence of consciousness, never consciousness itself. You can't hop inside their head. Your own thoughts, feelings, and perceptions are undeniable to you, but everyone else's remain an assumption. It's a practical assumption, of course, one that allows relationships and society to function. Still, if you linger on the thought, it can feel a bit unsettling. When you see someone frowning, you assume they're sad because you know sadness in your own head. When a friend recalls a memory, you picture it as vividly as your own recollections. These are shortcuts that allow empathy, trust, and community. Without them, life might feel unbearably lonely. But if you step back, you notice how quickly you accept these assumptions as certainty. The driver next to you at a stoplight, the stranger at the store, the person on the other end of a phone call, all presumed to be conscious beings, each with an internal world like yours. And yet, how could you ever prove that? This puzzle extends beyond people. If you've never truly verified another person's consciousness, how solid is your grasp on anything else that seems to exist out there? Is everything you experience simply passing through the single vantage point that you call you? If so, where does your awareness end and the rest of reality begin? Or does that boundary even exist at all? Clue 2. The world's uncanny personalization. If the notion of other minds being uncertain rattles you, it might become even more curious when the world starts sending you subtle hints, like it's tuned into your thoughts. You think of someone you haven't contacted in years, and they text you out of the blue. You glance at the clock repeatedly at the exact same time, like 11:11, day after day. These little synchronicities appear in ways that feel almost too meaningful to dismiss as mere chance. Psychology often explains them away. The mind is a pattern-seeking machine, noticing coincidences and ignoring the mundane. But sometimes these events line up so precisely that it's hard to ignore the sense that something deeper might be going on. Ancient spiritual traditions call these experiences synchronicities. moments where outer events mirror inner states, suggesting a subtle interplay between you and the reality around you. And then there's déjà vu, that jarring sense you've lived this moment before. You stand in a room you've never entered, talking with people you've never met, yet it all feels eerily familiar. Logic tells you it's just a glitch in how your memory processes new information. But part of you wonders, is reality repeating itself? Have you glimpsed a hidden layer of time or a parallel track of existence? Put these experiences next to the question of other minds, and the lines between internal and external grow fuzzy. If the entire world is only ever known through your personal awareness, could it be that these coincidences and déjà vu moments are not random at all? Could they be reality nudging you, reflecting your inner thoughts, or reminding you that you might be the center of something bigger? Clue 3. Quantum possibilities and the observer. For centuries, we assumed the universe just chugged along, mindless and objective, whether anyone was watching or not. But at the smallest scales, reality behaves in bizarre ways. Quantum physics shows that particles exist in multiple potential states at once, and it's only when they're observed that they settle into one definite state. Scientists define observation in terms of measurement or interaction, but it hasn't stopped some from asking, why does the act of observation matter so much? Some early quantum theorists, like John von Neumann and Eugene Wigner, speculated that consciousness itself might collapse these probabilities into a single outcome. In other words, without awareness, the universe might remain a fog of possibilities. Today, many physicists lean on explanations like decoherence, which removes the need for a conscious observer. But the deeper they delve, the more it seems reality remains incomplete until something experiences it. If that's true at the subatomic level, what about the world you see and hear every day? You gaze at the night sky and see starlight that's traveled millions of years just to reach your eyes. If no one was ever here to witness it, would that light have mattered at all? Again, we face the question, does the universe actually form independently, or is it shaped the moment you take notice? Philosophical and spiritual traditions have been whispering a similar idea for ages, that consciousness may be more than a mere byproduct of matter. Instead, it might be the very foundation that allows matter and everything else to appear. This doesn't necessarily mean you control reality, but it does suggest you might be far more central to its unfolding than you've been taught. Clue 4. Reality's responsive nature. So here you are, with these lingering mysteries. Other minds are never fully provable. Strange coincidences and déjà vu hint at a reality that seems oddly personal. And quantum physics points to an observer-dependent world at the smallest scale. Even if each clue alone doesn't solve anything, together they whisper the same possibility. You may be the one constant holding it all together. Think about those moments when reality seems to wink at you. You have a fleeting thought, and soon after the world echoes it in some uncanny way. You keep seeing the same symbol or number sequence wherever you go. It may be pure chance, or maybe it's not. Maybe these events are tiny signals that your awareness is interacting with the very fabric of reality. If you're paying attention, it starts to feel like reality isn't just a stage you're on. It's also watching you, responding to you. This doesn't mean the world revolves around your every whim, but it does raise the question of whether your consciousness is an active participant in shaping what appears around you. Are you merely an observer, or is reality somehow a reflection of your own mind? Clue 5. The unanswered question. No matter how deep we dig, we never seem to find a final answer to the riddle of solipsism. Is the universe truly out there, or is it all within your own awareness? Does it continue on if you're not looking? Or does it need you to perceive it in order to become real? We might never know for certain. Perhaps that's part of the beauty. The mystery itself invites exploration and awe. Whether reality depends on you, or whether other minds truly exist, or whether this entire world is just an elaborate dream. There's a profound sense of wonder in simply being here to experience it at all. Right now, in this moment, you're aware. You're conscious of these words, this voice, these ideas. That alone is remarkable. If everything we call reality is only revealed through your awareness, that's not an argument for loneliness. It's an invitation to pay closer attention, to marvel at the intricacy of each passing second, and to appreciate the sheer miracle of perception. And you're not alone in pondering these possibilities. Look beneath this video, and you'll find others who share your curiosity. People who refuse to accept the world at face value. If something in this exploration resonates with you, leave a comment. Add your voice. These ideas grow more powerful when we reflect on them together. If the thought that reality might be responding to you has stirred new questions, stick around. Subscribe and stay with us as we continue diving into these hidden layers of existence. Because if you truly are the observer shaping reality, then there's an even bigger question waiting just around the corner. Could the entire universe itself be conscious? That's where we're headed next, and it's waiting for you right now.